Please welcome to the stage is Lauran Doverspike. Lauran Doverspike.
I am the great-great-grandniece of Edgar Allan Poe. It's true, actually. My great-grandma's maiden name was Robinson. Before her was Prince, and before her was Poe. Edgar Allan Poe was born in Boston, Massachusetts at a very young age. His parents were both actors, and this was at a time when actors weren't held in such high esteem as they are today. Unfortunately, they both died before he reached 2 years old. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a love story. Edgar met his one and only true love at a very young age, and he married her before she was 13 years old. I know this sounds very young, and that's because it is. I just figure that this was a long time ago, and people didn't live as long as they do now, so they had to get things moving, if you know what I mean. He was so in love with her that he couldn't bear to be apart from her, even for a few moments. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. When she's gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Later, he wrote her this beautiful poem. And our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who are older than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. So all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life, and my bride. In the sepulchre down by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. Tragedy strikes us all. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to make a story about Edgar Allan Poe into happiness and sunshine, because the truth of the matter is, his beautiful young wife was tragically paralyzed and later died in childbirth of their one and only child. The child died as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please, don't take life too seriously, or nobody gets out alive. Made a story about Edgar Allan Poe funny. This, as you could imagine, drove Edgar into a terrible despair, as I'm sure it would any of us. He suffered from depression and severe migraine headaches. Have any of you out there ever gotten a migraine? Oh, it can make you feel like you're mad and that the earth is the insane asylum of the universe. A man could go quite mad and not be all that bad. Consider each superb, disturbing urge you've ever had to curse aloud in church and choke each book who throws a smile your way. Be that as it may, a man could have bad dreams and not be all he seems, and still be far removed from all the noblest of then on, his stories grew darker and his migraines grew worse. But then pain and despair over lost loved ones are sometimes the inspiration for the greatest works of art. Take, for example, Chopin lost his love. He composed beautiful musical masterpieces. Van Gogh lost his ear. He painted magnificently. Britney Spears lost her kids. Many of the tales of horror by Edgar Allan Poe are actually autobiographical, including The Fall of the House of Usher and The Telltale Heart. They tell of the terrible symptoms that a lot of migraine sufferers experience, like supernatural hearing, being able to hear the heartbeats of the dead, and ultra-sensitive eyesight, which cannot even bear the sight of a candle. He would take anything he could to rid himself of this pain, as I'm sure any of you would. And remember, back then, they didn't have the fancy migraine medicines like Relpax. They just had opium. With opium, he would imagine that he was once again reunited with his beautiful young bride. And neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. You were once my one companion. You were all that mattered. You were once my friend and lover. Then my soul was shattered, wishing you were somehow here again, wishing you were somehow near. Sometimes it seemed if I just dreamed, somehow you would be near, wishing I could hear your voice again, knowing that I never could. Dreaming of you won't help me to do all that you dreamed I could. No more memories, no more silent tears, no more gazing across the wasted years. Help me say goodbye. Help me say Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And always remember, don't take life too seriously, for nobody gets out alive.
Lauran Doverspike, everybody.